In the next few minutes, I'm going to offer you 4 tips or ideas on ways to most effectively manage your virtual meetings. So our new reality is fewer, if any, opportunities for the foreseeable future in a face-to-face setting with our prospects and buyers. So the goal here is to help you approximate the quality and productivity of live meetings in a virtual setting. So here are the 4 ideas or tips. 1, encourage your participants to use the video feature. If some of your clients are like mine, we have fallen into the habit of only using audio. The goal here is to encourage them to switch on their video, or with new audiences to encourage them from the outset to use the video feature. It amps up the quality of the virtual meeting by a factor of many if you can get everybody on board to use the video feature. An element of that is also to make sure that everybody's familiar with the tech platform you're using. Most people are nowadays, whether it's Zoom, Skype, GoToMeeting, but pay attention to, particularly with new clients, that they are familiar with whatever platform you use, and give them a chance to be ready when the meeting starts. That's 1. 2 is circulate the agenda, the purpose of the meeting beforehand. Give people an opportunity to digest what it is they're getting on this virtual meeting for. Clearly state the 2, 3, 4 agenda items and the time that the meeting will run for. That's 2. 3, your presence. In a virtual meeting, you need to bring the right presence, and that right presence in terms of your energy, your enthusiasm, and how you convey that through your voice and facial expression needs to be up a notch or 2 than the presence or energy you'd bring in a live meeting. So you need to sort of show up with a slightly elevated vocal variety, energy to that, and sort of your overall demeanor. Bring that presence to bear, and that's 3, and then combine that presence with 4, which are facilitation skills, and the importance of bringing that enthusiastic energy combined with rigorous application of facilitator best practices, and now you've got the opportunity to manage a really engaging and productive meeting from your perspective and from the experience and perspectives of the people attending that meeting, wherever they may be located. The facilitation skills begin with, from the outset, making sure people know who's on the call. So if you have time, making the opportunity happen for people to introduce who they are, where they're located, what they want to get out of the meeting. So it might go something like, I'm Reggie Pierce, I'm managing partner at Organization Learning Group. I'm sitting in our studio in northern Massachusetts, and what I'd like to get out of this meeting is really a clear understanding of what are virtual meeting facilitation best practices. Right, so it's you facilitating those kind of introductions. Make those connections happen across the virtual platform. Your presence, your facilitation skill, that in combination sometimes explicitly invites participation and praises or acknowledges people who offer perspective, thoughts, opinions, contrary perspectives. You need to, as facilitator, early on particularly, encourage people to participate by acknowledging and praising those who do. So paying attention to who's talking, paying attention to who's not talking. Particularly if it's perhaps a key decision maker who's not talking, finding the opportunity during the meeting to invite them to offer their thoughts and opinions. Facilitation skill of managing to time. You will be judged by your virtual meeting participants based on how well you manage that stated agenda and the time you've allocated for the meeting. So you've got to, particularly in a virtual meeting, try to avoid going down rabbit holes or red herring conversations that can derail the stated purpose of the meeting. A risk of that is that when meetings start going down those rabbit holes, that people get disengaged. So that's why it is more important, I believe, in a virtual meeting to stay true to your stated agenda and manage to that rigorously. Facilitator skill. having got to the end of the meeting, worked through the agenda items, being able to clearly summarize what's happened, what decisions were made in the meeting, what decisions weren't made in the meeting, and what the next steps will be. Who will do what, by when, with the help of whom. So bringing those facilitation skills that can happen sort of more naturally in a live setting when people sort of can feel each other's energy, bringing them more rigorously and attending to them with more attention in a virtual setting will help you have a more productive meeting, and it will be appreciated by the people you have invited to attend that meeting. So use the video function or feature, send the agenda, manage to that agenda, bring your presence and bring a set of facilitation skills appropriate to a virtual setting to help you get the best out of your virtual meetings and approximate the live meetings that we won't get to enjoy for the time being.